Hello guys, this is Nacho Matthias from www.learningalias.co.uk. Let's see the CV transform tool here. We have in the control panel at the bottom of the shelf. We have this tool. As you can see here, I have only a few tools now, but I'm going to drag it. We can drag it anywhere, but for now we can drag it to the shelf too if you want. Okay, so now I'm going to press here. Okay, and now that I'm in the tool, if I press the spacebar, I have these options here. Okay, I'm going to explain the basic ones, and this is very useful, and this is used a lot in modeling and direct modeling for curves and for surfaces. And here we can choose CV to pick CVs or of our objects. Okay, so I'm gonna pick the CV, and here I'm gonna use the move in the X, Y, and Z axis. Okay, and as you can see here, we have the mouse sensitivity, and now it's set to 1. Let's try with 1 and see what this can do. Okay, so now I'm gonna pick this CV, and we can do as we were doing with the move tool. We can move in this axis, in this other axis, in the X direction. Here, if I go to the perspective view, I can move it in the Z direction, just as we were doing with the move tool here. Okay, so now with the tool is still active, if I press the spacebar again, I can reopen this tool. Every time I press the spacebar, if I release, it disappears. If I press again, okay. So let's say we want to increase the sensitivity to, let's say, 50. So now if I move, you can see that it moves in a slower path my CV. Okay, I'm moving it slowly. So to be precise, this is a very good tool for doing precise modeling. So we can press spacebar again, and we can modify the sensitivity as we want, driving this slider to the left or to the right, or we can come here and write the sensitivity. Let's say I want 300. So I want to be very accurate with and slowly with my moves. So now if I pick 100, you see that when I move and release, it is moving the CV very slowly. Okay, so for precise modeling, we can use higher sensitivities, and if we want to move it faster, we can decrease it. So now it's moving faster. Okay, so that's the CV moving in the X, Y, and Z directions. I want to explain this. This is the sliding tool. This, let's say the sensitivity to 1. You can see that these arrows appear for the CV, so I can move this in this direction. What it's doing is moving this CV in this line that is called the whole direction of the curve. We have this line and this line for the whole of the curve. Okay, well, who is more used for surfaces, but it's this line that connect each CV with the next one. Okay, so I can move in this direction. If I pick this CV, I can only move in this direction. So it's restricting our movements in these directions. Okay, this in these directions. This is useful. We wanna improve our curvature graph. Okay, so we can use this tool simultaneously. I can do slide and then press spacebar and change to transform CV to do this kind of movement, because with the slide I only can do that. Okay, and if I change the CV position and I now pick the slide tool, As you can see here, now the arrows have changed because now my connecting lines have this arrangement. So now I can slide in this direction and in the other direction. Okay, I think you pick the idea, right? So now let's play the normal or the NUV movement. Okay, this is normal movement. Okay, I want to pick this, and let's say 5 for example. I don't mind if I change to 10. I can change anytime I want. So let's pick this CV, and now we are moving in a perpendicular direction from the CV to the curve. Okay, that's called the normal direction. Okay, each CV, if we trace the perpendicular line to the curve, that's the normal in that point. Okay, so now the point is moving in this direction, this one in this direction, and now we can bring this back in the normal direction to that point. This one we can move them around too if we want. So as I said, we can, we take this up. Okay, so we can use these tools changing the transform whenever we want. So we can perform a sliding, then a transform XYZ, then a normal, whatever is useful and convenient in any moment we want. Okay, so the other option we have instead of CVs is holes, but holes in this case, we'll pick the whole of the curve. Okay, when we have surfaces, we have holes in both directions of the surface, so we can pick the whole and perform now a normal transform. So we perform the action for all the CVs. Okay, if we will do this, we have selected everything, so it's like selecting the whole curve with this option too. So it selects all the CVs. Now we can move it, or we can use and transform, and we'll have to pick it again and move it. Okay, I'll use the move tool and move it around, and we can go up with this line in this viewport if we want. Okay, if you press the spacebar and nothing appears, it's because you have quit your tool, and you have to press again the X transform CV tool, so this appears again. Okay, these are the tools we have available, and as you can see here, we have another tools that I will explain later in other videos, but for now we are always operating in this transform. Okay, that is moving transform. We do moves with this. So if I click on this, we are rotating. Okay, this is scaling, this is non-proportional scaling, and this is to do the proportional modification with the falloff. Okay, so we can pick a CV, and the transfer we do to that CV will affect to the other CVs depending on what we are selecting. Okay, but that will be covered in another more advanced video in this course too. But for now, all we are doing is moving, okay, CVs, and with moving we can do all these operations. So for now, I'm gonna leave it here. We've seen transform moving in all directions, sliding, and NUV moving for perpendicular moving of our CVs, and always with this option, and we can select all the whole and all the CVs with this auto. But this is more often used in surfaces. Okay, so these are more advanced tools. So for now, let's stay with this, and remember the sensitivity can be changed anytime you like. Picking these presets we have here, but let's say if we pick this one and change it to 3, here, it will change the preset. Okay, but don't worry too much, because you can have here 1, 10, 20, 300, but you can change anytime you want. Let's say this one. So this box change. If I select this one and changes to, let's say, this, it will change. Okay, don't worry too much. You can have this presets here, but you can change anytime you like. So pick nothing, and well, I think this is all for now for this X Transform CV2. I hope you find this video useful, and see you in the next one.